Hey, it's Shannon Nelson with Life Happens podcast, episode 3. I'm here with Sundance Head today.
Hello, everybody.
We're talking about Flooded with Love 2026 Special Edition. How do you like that special edition?
Man, this one's going to be wonderful. We got the hometown hero, Jason Cassidy. He's going to join us. So we got to bring out a bunch of folks from under the rocks out here.
That's awesome. Well, welcome to the episode 3 of Life Happens, and we're excited to hear what you have to say today.
Yes, ma'am.
Life Happens is a place where we have real conversations about faith, family, challenges, purposes, moments that shape who we are. Doesn't a lot of our life shape us who we are?
Oh, yeah.
Life happens.
Life does happen.
Today, I'm excited to welcome my friend Sundance Head. Like I said earlier, many of you know him. He's the winner of The Voice. Which season was that?
Well, I think it's season 11, 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like a lifetime ago.
I mean, so during one of the devastating floods that has impacted our community, Sundance made a special media post that went viral. That post helped begin to bring awareness for families in need and eventually led to a partnership with H-Town Dream Center and what has become Flooded with Love.
It's a beautiful, beautiful mantra.
Yes. Today we're talking about the life, the music, the purpose, our community, and one of the biggest nights of the year, Flooded with Love 2026.
Super excited about this year.
We are excited. Got some hometown folks that...
Yeah. And I was also, this weekend, I went and played CMA Fest on Broadway in Nashville. And I was in Chiefs on Broadway, which is Eric Church's bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the opportunity to meet Gina Paulette, who's going to be one of the artists on the bill this year. And she's an incredible singer. And she's a real working rancher. And really tough gal, man, but super, super sweet and very good songwriter. So if you love music and the community, there's no reason to miss this one because we're bringing in probably the best lineup that we've had so far, without a doubt.
Awesome. So we all know life doesn't always go according to plan.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hear those words, what's that mean to you?
Well, it kind of reminds me of when I got shot in the guts hunting last year by myself with a .22. When you say that, that makes me think of how quickly things can change in our lives and how unpredictable the life can be, and how that makes even the smallest moments in our life special if you look at it through that lens. That seems to get smaller as we get older.
That's a great aspect of it because life happens, and a lot of times we don't get to control how it happens.
Probably most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
I mean,
We would like to think we're in control, but the fact is probably each of us already have a book written and we just don't know the next paragraph. And I think the faster and the quicker that you realize that there's something else, whether you believe in the Lord or not, but you have to believe that there's something else that's in control, and it's not you. And once you can give that glory to who it needs to go to and put that faith into that being, then I believe life gets a lot better for you, in my opinion.
It does. I'm telling you. I mean, I was diagnosed with breast cancer 18 years ago, given 3 months to live. So I know all about it. You look at life differently.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You appreciate it more. You appreciate your family more, and especially memories that you make with them. It's not all the stuff we take. We can't take anything with us, so we might as well just enjoy it with our family.
That's right. That's right. I was telling Mr. Mason the other day. We were in here talking about just some of the things that I've experienced, and just battling severe alcoholism for my entire adult life, really, and then becoming sober, not only in my physical being, but also in my spirit. I think it's really allowed me to see things I had never seen before, and I wonder if people that haven't went through a life changing or an eye opening event, I wonder if they know what I know about how special life really is. I just wonder, or do they just ease on every day? I just wonder what normal people think about life that never have to face adversity or struggles or addiction. And I don't know. I just wonder if they see it the same way as someone who's had to, go through hell to get to a lighter shade of light in their life.
Well, and it changes your aspect of looking at life, how to enjoy things more and
Sure.
not stress out about things more. Like people that like to work and you have a passion for something,
Right.
and it makes you see things clearer, makes you open your eyes and say, you know what? We need to enjoy what the Lord has blessed us with and take that journey of helping others and giving them hope. And,
Sure.
with the flooded with love, that's what you're doing.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing, and I also I'm proud that we're able to establish something in the community because I've always thought, and even since '94, the first tragic flood I remember, it really destroyed everything that we had and took all of our family, everything basically that my mother and father had accumulated in their life and had been passed down through generations. We lost it all. Photographs. I don't really have any pictures of me as a kid or my brother who passed away in '88. I mean, I don't have anything, and
You lost it all in an
we
instant.
lost. Yeah, we lost it all, and so in a sense, I'll never be able to go home, and I never have really went home even since '94, and I've always had to struggle with that. But uh, we always wondered why there wasn't already something established in this community, surrounded by two rivers and two lakes,
Hmm.
uh, to um, to assist in flood recovery because
It's going to
it's
flood.
going to flood and it's going to continue to happen, especially with the more growth in the area. Seems like the waters will be even more impacted and have more water sent to them. So I'm just
Water's got
glad
to go
it's
somewhere.
got to go somewhere. I'm just glad that we could get something established, and even though it's really still in its infancy, I can see it really growing to be super assisting to this community. Not only this one, but all over really. And it's just the way I think it's special is it's not a government company or an entity that's out there trying to make a profit off of it. It's literally just something that was homegrown, spontaneous, and wants to benefit the community. So I think that makes it special in its own and on its own merit.
Well, it's an own community helping community.
Sure.
You're from here, and so you're helping your
Right.
community.
Yeah, I
You're
love it
helping,
here,
and
man.
it's
Even though I
so
don't know anyone anymore,
it's growing
I
up.
used to know everybody.
Especially New Caney Valley Ranch and all that's growing up.
Yep.
More concrete and more apartments and more houses.
More people.
More people. So, like you said, the story behind Flooded with Love is we started this 3 years ago,
Hmm.
and your post went viral, and we became partners. And did you ever imagine that one social media post would go into viral like that and start this?
I never did imagine that. I just didn't know what to do, and I knew that there were going to be people that would have to be helped because, like I said, even with insurance, it's not an easy thing to rebuild your home. Even with assistance, it's very difficult to navigate the process. And I know lots of folks that live down on the river on the West Fork and on the East Fork out here in the woods that they can't afford they can't afford much, really, to be honest. And
They sure can't afford
they
flood
sure can't
insurance.
afford flood insurance. It's just ridiculous. And
And all they're trying to do is live and survive.
absolutely. Yeah. So if, I thought, man, we need to come up with something to help these people out, eh, and I told you, my home still isn't even rebuilt from then. The house I grew up in, I still have the property over in Porter, and it's my favorite place in the world. I'll never get rid of it. And I use it to write, and I use it for my own personal recovery as a human, just to go over there and relax and something special about still having the home that I was born and raised in and have so many wonderful experiences in.
Well, your parents have roots there. You have roots
Sure.
of, and then peace,
Hmm.
and it's just nature.
Yeah, my mom and dad. Dad passed away in 2020 of natural causes, and then my mom in 2022. And I still go over there, and I'll kick the door open and go, "Mom," you know. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
kind of weird, but I kind of I like it. So
Hey,
I sit over there and just I sit in front of the fireplace. Me and my family used to sit around and watch football and have holidays and just it's very special. So I mean that's just one little homestead. That's not even And I just think if I feel that way, then I know these people down here, and to other people it may not be much, but to them it's their whole life. They're gonna need some help.
that is correct. I mean, it's all they have.
Sure.
They've worked their whole life, and and I always think too that when people retire, especially this older generation, they need help.
Sure.
It's too hard to get flood insurance down there and help to get to rebuild. I
Yeah,
mean, it's just, and so they need our help, the community's help. And that's how God created it, for us to go out there and serve and love on others that are in need.
that's correct. And there's many levels to that assistance as well, because like any time there's a disaster or something bad tragedy happens, there's good people that come down to help, and equal to that is bad people that are coming to take advantage of people in that
Mhm.
time. And those are just despicable human beings to me. I seen them do that to my folks back in 2016. I was on the road, had just won the Voice, and I was on an Air Force tour when the house flooded in 16. So I wasn't at home to help my mom and dad navigate some of that stuff. And there were some people that showed up and took advantage of them, took a bunch of money, and didn't do what they said they were going to do. And that happens all the time, you know?
It does. I remember that. H Town Dream Center stepped in and sheetrocked the whole house.
That's right. Y'all did. That's right. That's before I even knew that we were
I
going to be,
know that you didn't even know that you were on the road, and
That's right.
they chased the contractor off.
That's exactly right. And
That
that guy ended up going to federal prison.
he did. He did.
He sure did.
He and we went there and we ran him off,
He was
and
on the news.
he was, and we sheetrocked your dad's house, and I remember that. You didn't even know.
No, I had no idea.
So I remember that clearly. I remember even meeting your mom and dad, and just some good old folks from
Yeah.
Porter, Texas.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's the spot right there, man.
Yeah, I remember. So, and we hauled a bunch of stuff off and just helped out. We just jumped in and with the hands and feet. So, for those many that only know you from The Voice, tell us a little bit about your journey before television.
Well, um, there's a huge story. It could go on forever. We could be here for days. Long story short, I was born into a musical family, and that house over there at 320 Riverview Drive used to have a lot of super famous people come through in the 80s and early 90s to stay there, and the community probably never even knew. But growing up, I used to have, I would wake up and Steve Ray Vaughan would be in our guest bedroom, or Lonnie Mack, just no, if you could imagine musicians coming through and needing a place, they would come by and stay at my dad's place there, and so it was like a revolving door of artists and carnies, just different people in and out. So I grew up with that happening, and our house was a very open home to many different types of people. So I was able to learn from a lot of different personalities growing up, and you know, so that's how it started for me. And then my brother Michael Stewart, he passed away in 1988 on Sorters Road. He flipped his truck, and it was less than a mile from our house, and that event kind of changed everything for my dad and our family. But before that, he had a bar in Porter, Texas called Roy Head's Brand Iron Saloon, and it was a fun place. I remember hanging out there a lot when I was a kid, and it was just like you could imagine Porter, Texas, back in the '80s. Before it blew up, it was just a town off of 59 with a post office, and a Walmart, and so I grew up in that community. Went to New Caney High School. Went to Porter Elementary. Uh, went to New Caney Middle School. Graduated in '98. Um, met my wife in '99. I've been with her ever since then, and I have always stayed in the community. I've had several different jobs. Worked in oil and gas for a while. Decided to go full time into music when I was 33 years old, and started putting a band together to play Wednesday nights at a place called the Runway on 1960 in Humble. And from there, I just tried to figure out how I could work, 40 hours a week and do music at the same time. So I did that for about 2 or 3 years, and then life happens, and I quit. I quit my day job, and my wife told me that she would support me putting 3 years into music full time to see if we could get to a point where I could pay bills and do music for a living.
Do what you love.
Do what you love, and that was a long time ago, and I'm still trying to figure it out.
Aren't we all?
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh, we're all trying to figure it
Yeah.
out. So, what made you go on The Voice?
Well, I was on American Idol in 2006 when my son was born, and I made it to 13 on that show, but I didn't really know myself as an artist, an individual, and I didn't understand the politics
Mhm.
of the
Business?
Los Angeles Hollywood thing,
Business part over there.
Yeah, so I got booted off of American Idol at number 13. I missed the top 12, and that top 12 went on a United States tour where they were guaranteed $290,000 as a sign-up bonus for that tour.
Oh,
So I was kind of heartbroken to miss that by one.
Yeah, I would be
And
heartbroken.
I came home, and
What'd you learn from that?
well, what I learned was I wasn't as good as I thought I was, and I didn't know anything that I thought I knew. So I came back home to Porter, and I did sign a major recording contract with Motown, Universal Motown Records. That was my first contract. Well, that was my second record contract. The first record contract I was with Lone Wolf, which is ZZ Top's management,
Mm-hmm.
back in the early 2000s. That one didn't really work out for me, so I went and got a job, and then my wife talked me into trying out for American Idol in '06. Made it on that show, came home, signed with Motown Universal. I thought we were going to make an original record. I had a bunch of songs written, and when I went out to Los Angeles to start recording with Peter Collins, a producer, they had pretty much given me a book of Motown standards and said, we're going to make a cover album. And I was pretty heartbroken at that point because I didn't want to be introduced to the world as a cover artist off the bat.
Right.
Like a nostalgic, like a nostalgic show or whatever. So luckily, I've kind of fought against that, and that album wasn't released, and I was dropped. And then I came back home, and I just went to work, and I worked for a decade until my wife talked me into going to try out for The Voice. And I thought, after the experience of American Idol, that I had figured some things out, which was if you're going to go on one of those shows, you have to realize it's not really a talent show. It's a reality show. Your talent is just what they put on the moniker, but that's not why you're there. You have to have a backstory. You have to become a character, and you have to grow on the show.
You have to play the part.
You have to play the part. So I knew all of that from my previous experience. So I got on The Voice, and I went down and tried out at Minute Maid. I stood in line for I think it was a day, maybe 2 days. They were camping out. Back then, there was no virtual anything. You had to go get in the line and camp out and do the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I took a few days to do that. I ended up making it through the producers round, and then we went out to Los Angeles, Burbank Marriott, in fact, to stay for a week and audition in front of the final producers. And so being on American Idol and not having a plan, I knew how important it was to have a plan. So this time I had decided that I was going to go on The Voice. I was going to only sing female songs that were top 40, and I was going to reproduce them with my East County musical intelligence and put a male vocal on top. And so that's what I did. And I started mowing through them, and I was just each week seemed like it was easier than the last. And I'm back to back weeks. I did two of the judges' songs on the show. We had Miley Cyrus was a judge, and Alicia Keys was a judge. So I did Alicia Keys' No One, and then I did Miley Cyrus The Climb acoustic acapella. And at that point, I already felt like I was going to win. I had figured it out, like the producers all loved me, and I could just tell that I felt like that it was just too easy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I just felt like it was too easy. And I could see everyone else was struggling. And a lot of that was that these people that would come out and get on the show and make it out to LA would go out and party because they were in LA and just go out and really waste an opportunity being young and foolish. But lucky for me, I was old and married, and so I stayed focused. I would go to the I would do this things that the show wanted me to do and asked of me, and then I would go to my room and I would read. And the internet really wasn't what it is now. It was really infant back then, so it wasn't like you had a phone where you could hang out or whatever. So I had to. It was old school. I had to read, or watch TV or something. Um, so I just spent a lot of time in my room trying to figure out what I was going to do. And then I did "Love Can Build a Bridge" by the Judds, and that was my first time to really. I pretty much thought I had it in a bag after that. The Climb went number one for on Apple iTunes. It was my first number one, and it went number one for me, and then also went number one for Miley Cyrus again because I sang it on the show, and I thought that was super cool. And then I did do one male song. I did "Blue Ain't Your Color" by Keith Urban. That song went number one that week after I did it on the show, and I met Keith Urban at the CMAs. We were back there at the award show. We passed each other in the hallway. Me and my wife was walking by him and Nicole Kidman, and I reached out and I gave Keith high five, and I said, "Hey man, your song went number one because I did it on The Voice." And I just kept walking. My wife said, "I can't believe you just did that."
That is funny.
And Nicole Kidman was like 2 feet taller than everybody. And I was like, wow, man, that was so cool. But and then, of course, we're in LA, so they made me sing a duet with a male. And, of course, they would pick "Feel Like Making Love" by Bad Company, which is the strangest duet for two guys to do in the whole world. And they're like, the producer's like, "You guys need to engage with each other, look in each other's eyes and mean it." And I'm like, I called my dad on the phone and go, "Dad, look, man, if I do this, dude, I probably can't come back home. I won't be able to come back home if we do this." But he's like, "Man, if they're asking you to do it, go out there and just do the best." So that's what I did. And I got through that one, and then it was we were off to like the top 10 or whatever. And it just kept getting easier and easier and easier. And then we get to the end of the show to where we're in the finals, and they're like, "Hey, if you make it to the final, we're going to bring in an all-star for you to sing with. Put down your 4." And so I wrote down, George Strait, Bob Dylan, Sheryl Crow, and Kiss. as who I would want to play with, my dream scenario. And then I get called down to the producer's office, and they go, "Hey, man, we've got it okay from a band that's going to come play with you if you make it to the finals. It's going to be Kiss." And I was like, "No way." So that was pretty
That is
amazing.
cool.
Yeah, so I got to play in front of 40 million people. Back then, that show still had the views
Mm-hmm.
on TV. So every night it was around 40 to 45 million people
Mm-hmm.
that saw the show. And so I played with Kiss. We did Detroit Rock City and Rock and Roll Night Party every day. And I have the coolest Gene Simmons Kiss story probably of all time, and it's the most Gene Simmons thing that's ever happened to anybody. But I was asleep on the VIP couch in the back at rehearsals, and it was my first time to meet the band.
Asleep.
I was asleep, so we're waiting on them. And over there, it's like you go over to the studios at 6 in the morning. You pull into the studios, and you're there all day long. And then you might do like a 5-minute cameo, and then you go back and you wait for.
You didn't get your own trailer?
Oh no trailers, man. But I was asleep on that couch, and I woke up. There was a gentleman standing over me, and I looked up, and he was standing. He looks down, and he goes, "You're not." He goes, "You're not dreaming. It's really me."
Oh
It was
my.
Gene Simmons.
That is cool. That is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, so that's I was like, oh my gosh. Just I got up and hung out with him all day and talked to Paul Stanley, and he was talking about making like a Motown R&B record that he was really excited about and passionate about. But and so then they gave me a pair of Kiss boots I was going to wear on the show, but I guess they wouldn't clear it through the insurance because they were pretty tall. But I did need them, though, because if you watch the video back with me and Kiss on the band, I look just like Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
Oh my. So you didn't get to wear them?
I didn't get to wear them, but I really wanted to. And then so after that, man, we ended up winning the show. It was crazy. And then I went on tour with Blake Shelton on the Do It to Country Songs tour. So we were playing, stadiums with anywhere from 60 to 100,000 people every night.
How was
And
that?
It was amazing. He sold out the LA Forum 2 nights in a row. We played those shows. Um, I got lost in the bottom of the floor of the LA Forum, and almost missed my show the first night. I could not find my way to the stage. I had nowhere to go. I lost my credentials, so no one believed that I was on the bill, and I couldn't get to the stage. Luckily, my wife found me somehow, and she's like, "We need him now." And I literally like scrambled to grab my guitar and played that first show at the LA Forum. But it was incredible.
Oh my.
And I met Gwen Stefani that night
Mm-hmm.
and her parents, and I had met a lot of famous people on that show. I was able to spend time with Stevie Wonder, and I spent a lot of time with Dolly Parton. I had told her in confidence it was just her and I. We were doing a Christmas special, and we were just waiting for production to wrap up. And I said, you sure are beautiful. How do you stay? How do you look so good to be, not old, but
Older.
Yeah, older. She said, well, honey, the only thing real about me is my heart, is what she said.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so it was super great experience. And then we're touring, making just hand over fist money. I got partners everywhere, sponsors, and everything looks great. We have a bus, and then COVID hits, and the whole industry got cut off.
Shut down.
And it happened over like a week. Then all the sponsors pulled out. We had just released a national album with Dean Dillon, who's like the greatest songwriter in history. I think he's written at least 35 of George Strait's #1 songs. I mean, he wrote The Chair, if that'll tell you anything. Marina Del Rey, just millions and millions of songs there that you would know. So I was really sad when that happened. COVID hit. I couldn't work. Then the government told me I couldn't work because I was deemed non-essential in my craft. Couldn't get the government assistance because I was contracted through an agency that handled the business, so they got the subsidies and I couldn't get any. So we went broke. Uh, During that time, I was I went through a battle of severe depression. I was contemplating, the worst, and I just relied on alcohol to get me through. I drank every day, a 30 pack plus probably a liter of Jack Daniels, and I did it every day. And then during that my time, my dad also died, so I just got further and further detached from reality, and depression. Depression and alcohol is absolutely the worst to mix, and so I just gave up on life. I got up to 415 pounds, and just didn't care about anything really. And then in 2022, my mom was dying. She was in hospice at my house, and I went to visit her one day, July 31st, and she told me about how, she's like, "Hey, I'm dying." I was like, "Yes, ma'am." And then she said, "Well, when I see you come in here every day like this, I think you're the one that's dying." And she was more worried about me and how I was going to continue to live after she passed away than she was facing certain death. And I thought that was very courageous and a very motherly instinctually a thing that I think men probably would never forego. Even now thinking about it, I'm trying to figure out how can I stay alive. you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my mom was worried about me, man, and so I promised her that night that I would get sober and quit drinking, and it changed my life forever. I went to bed that night drunk after I drank everything I could find. And I was in bed just drunk, crying, begging God to take the spirit of alcoholism from my body. And I woke up August 1st, and I haven't had a drink since. It'll be 4 years this year. And I really don't know how, because I had tried to quit drinking before many times. I just didn't have the stones to do it. And it wasn't until I completely gave up and put it all into the Lord's hands and trusted in His will that it was able to happen for me.
Yeah. You surrendered.
Yeah, that's all I could do.
And how long did your mom live after that?
I think she lived a week and a week and 4 days.
So
I believe
she got to see it.
she did. She did get to see it, but even I didn't believe it at first. I just knew that I didn't drink. I was just not drinking today.
Yeah.
For many days. And
I know, but could you just imagine how happy her heart is?
well, I did notice that that she knew there was a change, and she told me that she could feel it, and she was praying about it. And
Yeah.
so I still don't really know if I can quit drinking or not. I'm just not drinking today.
One day at a time.
And I honor her. I honored the promise I made to her every day, just to honor my mom.
Amen. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah. 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 Completely hit rock bottom, man. So,
Yeah.
you hear about people doing it all the time, and you really just kind of blow it off as a conversation or whatever until you actually have to experience it. And
Until it happens to you.
luckily for me, I did go through that event in my life where I completely hit rock bottom in real life. And a lot of times when someone goes through that, they lose everything, including the people around them that care about them. But the people stayed for me.
Yeah. They believed in you. Yeah. So has life changed after The Voice?
Well, yeah, it has now. I think I'm in the best spot of my life now because, all through my life, I had always wanted to be this, singer-songwriter. I didn't understand what that was. I thought I knew what it was, but until you experience real conviction and have to wade through it and come out on the other side of it, you really have no idea what that means.
Yeah.
But to be able to write a song that maybe can impact someone else's life in a positive way or a negative way, just to be able to use a pen and have that kind of stroke on it is something that can only be attained through life experiences and the wisdom to understand what has happened. And there's no way to teach that. It's just something that you have to completely go through and be lucky enough to make it through the other side and look back and be able to acknowledge what has happened. And that's where I'm at now.
Yeah, especially with your family by your side.
Yes, that's correct. So I have a new record. It's called "The Road to Redemption," and it's a song. It's an album that was written by a man in his 40s who has a family, who has went through hell, had seen a lot of the greatest things in life and a lot of the worst things in life as well. Sometimes, unfortunately, those things come together, and you think things will turn out one way and they turn out the other, and you're not prepared for one or the other, and that can catch a man by surprise. But um, yeah, I just think now I'm at the point now where I have total peace in my spirit, and that's the first time since I was a kid, I can say that I have felt this way. Never as an adult have I ever felt like I do now, which is I just every day I do the best that I can do with the smallest things that are in my life, and I just acknowledge now that I'm not perfect. I'm never going to be perfect. I'm a sinner. There's nothing I can do about it, and you just can't go around pretending anymore. So I just try to be 100% genuine. Tell people off the top, if you want to hang out with me, this is what I do. This is who I am. I'm not perfect. I don't consider myself to be like I would say I'm a Christian. I believe in the Lord, and I believe He saved me on the cross, and I believe in the whole story. I don't attend a church and don't have like a congregation that I belong to or anything. My church is in my spirit, and it's a personal relationship that I have with the Lord, but it's very strong. And once you find inner peace, man, I think really that's what everyone's looking for, and you don't know it until you find it. And for me, all my life I was chasing things that were unattainable, and in that lust of the pursuit is where you really get lost.
Well, now you can help others. What you've been through.
Yeah.
It's called a testimony.
Yeah, well, that's what they say.
It is. You have to go through a test to have a testimony.
Yeah,
You'll have
I heard
valleys
that.
and you'll have mountains.
Yeah,
It's not about religion. It's about a relationship.
that's right, man. And once you get to the spot where I'm at, you can win or lose, and it doesn't matter, as long as you know that you believe in the will of the Lord and that His plan is the plan that's going to be affected in your life. Then it makes things a lot easier when you know that if you do the best that you can do, the outcome is going to be the way it's supposed to be.
Exactly
A lot of
right.
time, and a lot of times, man, especially as a younger man, I would worry about things that would affect me physically and mentally that never happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Never even, and probably never would have.
Right. A lot of wasted energy
Yeah.
and time
Sure.
and mental anguish of,
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
I mean, so now, I mean,
Yeah, peace.
I have peace, man. And like I told my wife, we could be together in this big house we have with all this land, or we could be together down by the river in a tent, and it wouldn't change the way I feel either way.
Yeah. I can totally relate. I know.
Yeah.
So with Flooded with Love coming,
Mhm.
thank you to Matt Gray for the show barn.
Hey, Matt Gray's the man, by the way.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he knows it or not, but he has the ability to probably go as far as he wants in the world of politics, which is probably the worst business to be in of any.
It takes certain kind of people to do this.
Yeah, that's
especially
right.
real people.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the times we get performers.
sure. Oh man, it's hard to find someone
Is real.
who's real.
I totally agree.
And it's hard to stay true to that as well.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. Staying
'Cause
true
Money and influence is
makes the world go around.
yeah, absolutely. Unfortunately,
Yeah, that's what stinks.
it's not
about
what
it.
you know, it's who you know.
It's who you know. I totally understand. I work for free. I pay to work here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
for our
absolutely.
ministry. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
So how can people help for August 15th for
Okay.
the
August 15th, Floated with Love in New Caney, Texas, in the AC Show Barn. It'll be nice and beautiful.
AC?
Air conditioning, your favorite people, your friends, your community. It's a dream come true. And if you want to help, we're gonna have the link. What is it? What is it, Mr. Mason here? Floodedwithlove.org. Okay, go and check it out. We're taking donations. We'll take money. They're looking for auction items,
Business owners?
business owners. We need sponsors. If you're in the community and you want the community to know that you're down and you want to help out the community, this is an easy way to promote your business. Probably the cheapest form of promotion you're going to get. It's going to go straight to the heart of the community. They're going to know you're there to help everybody out, and they're going to come spend money with you. And it's going to be local, and that's what we want to keep it local. Um, when this thing started, I did have many, many influences that came at me and wanted to help do this, but they weren't from town. And I talked to many people, and they said, they're going to come. They could probably bring more money and more influence and help this thing really grow to something that could be a machine. But I wanted to keep it local. I felt like that was important, and I thought, uh, I really just thought it needed to stay local. So I'm glad that it worked out that way, and I think we should try to keep the money local if possible. Shop local, spend local, help your local
Support local.
support local, and it's an
And that
easy way to come down and meet your community
yeah.
as well. You might not know anybody in New Caney or Porter or East Montgomery County, but if you come down and spend some time with us, come say hello to me. I'll be very personable. I'll talk to everybody there, and you'll have friends after this day is over. You'll feel good about it. You'll have friends in the community, and you'll know a little bit more about what's going on around town, and you'll feel a little bit better about it.
Especially when you know your neighbor.
That's the easiest way to do it.
I mean, when you know your neighbor and you're out there and making new friends and family and supporting local businesses,
Yeah, I mean, it really doesn't get any better than that.
it doesn't.
It's homegrown, and people like that, man. I
They
like
do.
that. That's what I like. That's what I like.
How much are the tickets in advance? $25.
25 in advance. What are they? 25 in advance, 30 at the door.
Yep,
Okay, I mean that's easy money right
and
there,
that
and
is.
that money goes right back to the community.
And there'll be a meet and greet opportunity.
Sure, yeah, we'll all be there. I'd love to personally meet everybody who comes down there that day. Come and say hello to me. We can sit down and talk about it. I normally in the past 2 years I've been the last band to perform at the end of the evening. This year I thought I would change it up a little bit. We're gonna let Jason Cassidy and his great band close out the night, and during his performance, my plan is to go table to table. I want to come by and spend time with all the VIP tables, all the sponsors. Make sure that I spend time talking to them, making eye contact, and personally just let them know how important that they are to Flooded with Love and how important that they are to East Montgomery County. And I thought that'd be a great opportunity to do it while the evening's winding down. Instead of last year, after the show, everybody it's just kind of, hey, let's get out of here. But I really think the camaraderie is just as important as anything else in an event like this, and I really want to let people know how much that I really appreciate them coming out and supporting us on this day.
Well, personable is always better.
Sure.
It is,
Yeah.
especially in a small hometown, which is not small anymore. But
Yeah,
hey,
that's right.
we all got to know each other. So
That's it, man. 99 come through, and it brought a bunch of people and a lot of money. So if you're a new business and you're one of those new people, we need your money. So come down to Floated with Love. It's going to be a wonderful concert. It's an easy way for you to come and make your presence known in the community of East Montgomery County. And it's just going to be, we're going to try to just make it good vibes all the way around. Nothing weird going on. Music, good time, camaraderie, good friends, food, air conditioning, and, just a day to celebrate New Caney and Porter area and help the community and prepare for the worst, which, inevitably will be here at some point. I mean, right now we got this crazy disturbance out there in the ocean. They're saying this is the ocean temperatures on the west side of Mexico are warmer than they've been since, I don't know how they know this, but warmer than it's been since the 1700s. So supposedly there's supposed to be some crazy stuff going on. I'm praying that that don't happen, but you never know. So if it does, we want to be prepared. We want to be ready, and we want to be ready to get to work immediately. And that starts with having this thing funded. So if you have the ability and the means to donate to Flooded with Love this year, then we need you to do it. It would be wonderful. It's going to feel good on your spirit, and you're going to be helping everybody else out, and that feels good.
It does. We're giving back.
Mhm.
And you know, when you spend $25 at McDonald's, you're you're building that business. Come
Easy.
come hang out with family and enjoy the
Yeah.
night.
That's what I'm talking about. And you know, if you want to donate to Flood with Love and you want to help out and you live somewhere else,
Hmm.
it's easy.
We'll
Just
take your money too.
we'll take the money, man. Just buy a ticket. Buy a ticket to the show. You don't even have to come.
It goes to a good cause.
Let me ask you this. Do we have some way of having a virtual live stream of this concert? If people want to donate to a virtual live stream performance, can they send Flooded with Love uh, the money to purchase
A
that
virtual ticket.
virtual ticket?
There is.
We have
Just
to be able to set that up. That would be easy to do. I think that would be something cool as well. We
it
can
would
get
be.
we can give them some little incentives. You know, figure out what those are and make a Flow with Love virtual concert.
We'll look into that.
That'd be pretty snazzy.
I wanted to ask a question. I meant to ask it earlier. So I
Mhm.
was told a long time ago, and I didn't. I really don't get into the music side. My husband does, but so is it every 200 song you write, one goes on the radio?
Well, that's probably. I mean, I would say that's a pretty good average. Uh, I, I can tell you this: I've written at least 300 songs that I have published, and I have 11 number ones on the regional radio in Texas, which is Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, some Midwestern states. But the TRRMA is probably the most legit, other than like a major label.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what that averages out to, but it's probably a lot less than one out of every 200.
Mm,
It's probably a lot less than
that's
that.
a lot of writing.
I've had people all the time that come at me and they go, Sundance, hey man, we love you, dude, and we believe everything, especially lately. I've got people that want to sponsor and help me to achieve a next level in the business, but, you know,
What cost?
what cost?
At what cost?
Yeah, so if I take the money, what do I have to give back? And what does that mean? And also, like I've got people, some folks just say, hey man, we want to give you $1 million and we just want to write it off and we're going to give it to you.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? Like if you gave me $1 million and said, "Hey, we're going to give you $1 million for you to get your song on the radio on a national syndicated radio station to try to get formatted," I wouldn't even know where to start.
Yeah.
What do you do now with social media and everything the way that it has been? It's more of impulse now, and now country radio doesn't even really reflect actual streaming numbers.
Right.
So, like the Red Clay Strays are out there busting everybody on streaming. They're probably one of the most listened to bands in the world, and they can't even get nominated for
An award.
something from country music. It's like
crazy.
It's completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
At this point, but as soon as you figure out how irrelevant it is, it's moved on to something else.
Mm.
And so you never can really find out what it is. And now they've changed all the rules to TikTok, and everything's been bought, I believe, by. Originally, all these things I think were different, and now it seems to be all underneath one umbrella corporation. We don't know who it is,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be hard to assume who it is.
Right.
Um, I just don't want to say it because I don't know 100%. I'm just going to throw a bunch of BS out there. But so now that's going to be changing. So, Zach Bryan, when he came out on TikTok and blew up and went from playing nowhere to selling out stadiums literally overnight, that set the mold. Then there's a list of artists that came after him that have done the very same thing. Now that is over.
Over.
And so the next thing,
What is the next?
what is it? No one knows.
No.
Nobody
crazy.
knows what it is.
It's crazy how it all works.
Just keep trucking along.
That's all we can. Get up every day, and life happens, and there's another day. So
I mean, now on Meta, I can't even record a cover song. Originally, for the last couple years, if I recorded a cover song that had like, I don't know, 1 million views or something, I would get $24 or something, whatever it is. It's not, it doesn't pay a lot, but it does pay something. And over an accumulation, you're talking a couple $100 that wasn't there and is there now.
right.
It helps, But now Meta has pinched down on that now to where if I did a cover of anybody on Facebook and posted that video, that as a creator, I wouldn't receive anything anymore. That money that's generated from those views and from that song would go to the writer. So it's confusing because it seems like you would at least get performance performance credits, which would give you some kind of monetary aspect, but I don't really know how it goes. It just seems like it's a no man's land where they can make the rules up as they go to benefit whoever it needs to benefit, but it doesn't help the artist who's trying to break out.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
It is. Well, we're going to do a Life Happens rapid fire round.
Okay.
It's going to be fun. Favorite Texas town besides your hometown?
Man, are these the same questions we did? Well, my favorite Texas town, I told him New Braunfels, but really, it's probably Maydale, Texas. That's my favorite town.
New Braunfels not no more? Wow.
Yeah.
I like New Braunfels.
I like New Braunfels as well, but
What's in Mabel?
well, Maydale is
Or
where
Maydale.
yeah, our family has 100 acres out there, and there's like one little store in town. It's just
So
like
nothing.
there's nothing. That's why I like
That's
it.
why you like it.
Yeah, there's nothing.
There's nothing.
The closest town is Rusk, and I spent a lot of time in that area during deer season and winter and Christmas. And I just love the town of Rusk during Christmas, man. It looks just like a Hallmark movie. They wrap everything in lights. It's very, very beautiful. The old square town, the courthouse in the middle, and all these shops that are door to door. It's just my favorite type of people that I would want to hang out with. And I love picking. I like to go to the old resale shops and stuff out there. But I was born and raised in East Montgomery County, but my grandparents and my dad, they're all from down there in the New Braunfels area, Seguin, George West, Three Rivers. So that's where my ties come from that area. All my family's buried in Cranes Mill on Canyon Lake.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of ties to that area as well.
You know exactly where that's at. There's a city under there.
Yeah, I know. I know it. Yeah.
I think there's 2 cities. There's one on that end, and then I got to remember the other one. I can't even think about it, but there's another city. There's 2 cities under there.
Man, they keep draining these aquifers. We'll probably see them again. And now they got these AI. Now they got these AI processing plants popping up. That I saw a statistic. It could be wrong, but I did see this. This says it's that they take 10 million gallons of water in one day to run. In one day, just one.
Oh, I believe it. Canyon Lake's down 26 feet. So
I can't even believe that, man.
Yep.
You could go to the overlook and jump off those rocks, and you would fall forever.
Yep.
You could jump so far off the Canyon Lake overlook before you hit the water that you could think about it.
I know.
You know what I
I
mean?
know. I'm from Austin, so I
I was
used to
like,
go.
oh my
I
god.
know. I used to go jump the cliffs.
Oh
So,
man, so far down.
yep.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
it though, man.
Now it's yeah. Your favorite meal?
My favorite meal is backstrap, fried backstrap with pepper gravy
Pepper gravy. I like pepper gravy.
and sliced tomatoes.
Sliced tomatoes. Do you grow your own?
I do.
Awesome. We're growing our own too, and we love it. So, boots or tennis shoes?
Tennis shoes. Actually, flip flops is my go-to, but
Flip flops.
I prefer tennis shoes. My wife bought me these Nike 270s Air Max, and I would have never spent this much money on tennis shoes, but I've had them now for 5 years, and they're like walking on clouds.
Yeah, they're
I
nice.
really love them.
Coffee or sweet tea?
Coffee.
Name an artist besides your dad that influenced your music.
Nice asterisk there. I could tell our buddy over there, he didn't have that caveat. So I already put you right there then. So favorite artist other than my dad? Probably Tom Petty.
Tom Petty. If you weren't a musician, what would you be doing?
Well, I've said male model several times, but I don't know. I would probably get into politics.
Really?
I think I could probably make a lot of money at it because I'm good at reading people, and my wife can tell you that I'm full of it most of the time. I could probably navigate that pretty well, I would think.
You'd be successful.
I'd be successful.
Yeah. As we wrap up episode 3 of Life Happens podcast, what final message would you like to leave with your listeners?
Well, I would say if you can hear my voice and you still have, if you have a family member that you have a problem with and haven't spoke to in a while, maybe going through something in their life you don't agree with or whatever it might be, my advice would be to reach out to them, let them know you love them, and try to figure it out because life is too short, man. Life is too short.
It is.
Don't carry grudges.
Didn't it flash before your eyes?
Oh, yeah. I thought I was going to die when I got shot.
I was praying for you.
Oh, man, I was too. But, the weirdest part about that was when I was in that life flight helicopter, man, I was laid back. I really thought I was going to die, and I just accepted it. And then I just prayed for peace and prosperity for my children. And I just laid back, and I was like, well, I guess this is it. But it was weird because I felt super peaceful.
Oh, I've been there. Well, thank you, Sundance, for joining episode 3. Like I said, H-Town Dream Center loves being your partner and doing Flooded with Love each year. And like I said, August 15th, we're having the Flooded with Love 2026 special edition with some great artists. It's from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And Sundance, Jason Cassidy and Jenna
Paulette, that's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the greatest.
So tickets are available at floodedwithlove.org. .org. I'm trying to get that out.
.org.
Remember when you wanted to create all this and you're like, I don't know how to get it out there, but it's something like net, com. It was org.
That was completely wrong. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, I remember sitting across the table. We were talking
That sounds about right, man. Oh, I know we're about to leave and wrap this thing up, but I wanted to tell you that talking about these floods, they have. I got a call several weeks back. My buddy Michael Berry, he's a syndicated talk show host out of Houston. He said, "Hey, we're putting together a movie for the Kerrville floods and the floods down in the Hill Country last July 4th." And I had wrote a song called "The Hill Country" because there was a young lady that drowned that they brought back. I believe her name's, I don't want to say the wrong name, but I believe it's Rebecca Chaka. I could be wrong. I'm not very good with names, but I did see the procession coming through. She was escorted by some high-ranking government people from the town, high officials, and it really touched my heart. And I went home and saw my family. I walked in the door, and my kids are playing PlayStation. My daughter's doing whatever she's doing. It's like they have no idea what's happening. These families down here will never, they're completely torn apart, lost loved ones and everything. And so I wrote the song. It went viral. Of course, I have nothing to sell. That's how I go. That's how I do things. I go viral with no benefit because I have my business plan is immaculate, but that's not what it's about. But he asked me to put the song in the movie, so I did, and we actually went down to the River Oaks movie theater last Monday to see the private screening of River of Angels. It's the movie about some of the people that passed away. 119 people lost their lives that day, and it was a huge honor, and it was a huge blessing. And I believe that was one of the songs that the Lord wrote through me to help these people be able to get through this horrible time in their life. But I was able to go down there and meet the gentleman that started and founded EquiSearch, Tim. I hung out with him. He's quite an interesting guy, and he's one of these guys that's very, very well spoken. You can sit down and talk to him, and I could just let him talk all day and listen to some of the things that he has to say. But just really, really good vibes, and really proud to be a part of it. And that's the same type of energy that we're going to have at this show, Flooded with Love. So I'm begging you to come down and be a part of it with us. It'll be awesome.
I was going to ask you about that. One day I'm going to meet Michael Berry. And
maybe we can get him down there, dude. I'm going to tell him today. I'm going to go call him when I get out of here.
I want him down there because I want to meet him and Tony Busby.
He was also there.
I know. He's a producer.
Yeah, he was also
Michael Berry produced it, and executive producer was Tony Busby.
Yeah.
And those are two gentlemen I'd like to meet.
Tony's a slick dude, man. Tony's a slick dude.
Yeah. So, but I was going to ask you about that, the Rivers of Angels, and we went down there to help.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay. So, anyway, the VIP tables and sponsorship opportunities, meet and greet, silent auction donations are available now. One night, one stage, one mission. Thank you for listening to episode 3 of the Life Happens podcast. Until next time, remember that no matter what comes your way, life happens, but God is still faithful.
Amen to that.
Thank you, Sundance, for coming out today.
We'll see y'all there.